Libra, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid to late October 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Libra collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for these beautiful Libras at the tail end of their season? What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. So let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Libra mid to late October. And while we get this card out, I just want to once again wish you all a very happy birthday from me to you. I know most of your birthdays have passed, but if it's still coming up, if you're on that Scorpio cusp, I hope you have a great birthday. So let's get it going here. What's happening? There we go. I'll take it. Okay. So this energy seems very simple, but there is a complexity to it. There could be someone that's just waiting, like, hey, I'll wait and see. And there's like communication. There's a lot of stuff here. And you can see it's a very simple looking image. It doesn't seem like there's much going on there, but when we start peeling back the layers, there's huge undertones of communication here too. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this card. So again, you see this lovely lady. It looks like she's sitting by the window. It's nighttime outside. There's a big, beautiful full moon, which can indicate or imply some sort of mystery, some unknowns, or an unsure type of energy. She's sitting, she's waiting by the phone. There's a big clock up there that's golden, which implies that time is moving really slow. So for some Libras, maybe there's something that you are in waiting mode about. Maybe there's something where it's like, yeah, let's wait and see. Maybe that's advice where it's like, all right, Libra, give him a little bit of time here. This could be someone you're connected to as well. But there is this energy where it's a little observant and it's just kind of waiting for whatever reason. Notice we have the bird that has a letter. Then we have the phone itself. So there are those strong undertones of communication coming in, which I think is nice. I don't feel like this is a bad energy. I mean, it could deal with time as well, like somebody waiting on the perfect time for something, or waiting on time to align. But as you can see, a very simple image reveals a lot of really in-depth energy. So we're just going to let her chill there. I don't want to disturb her if she gets a phone call. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for the lovely Libras. What's happening? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled An Important Warning, and there was most definitely something that Spirit was either trying to alert you to or warn you about, obviously. So whether it was another person or emotions in general, it's like, all right, Libra, look at this, keep an eye on this. So again, whether it's a situation or a person. So that energy could bleed over for a little bit, so keep that in mind as you move through the week. But we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for the lovely Libras. What's happening? What is going on? Okay, 7 of Wands. I don't dislike it. I'm feeling pretty neutral about that 7 of Wands, actually. Let's get 2 more, because that could be either really, really good or something that could be annoying. Let's get 2 more. Okay. All right, that's a good energy right there. We have the 9 of Cups right in the center. So let's see what else shows up. What do we have here for Libra? And the Wheel of Fortune. So you got a lot of really good stuff here. We just really need to take a very close look at it all, because I feel like it's kind of mirroring that first card we pulled, where it's like, okay, yeah, at first glance, this energy's looking right. It's looking good, but there might be a lot more layers to the onion. Uh, let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, elementally, I want to say like it's kind of confusing in an odd way. So watch out for things in this time that just don't make sense or they confuse you. Because I don't want to say the energy's at odds, but it's like 2 things at once, where it's like I really like it, but I also don't like it. So it's peculiar how it's showing up this way. But we have fire in the first position, and I love the elements. I feel like they're very important. It tells us how the energy moves. So the fire, that's the realm of action, confidence, passion, drive, desire. It represents the actions that we make and the actions that we take. So cool. We have water in the center, which represents the emotional realm, the inner world, creativity, emotional expressiveness. It can represent connections, the people we care deeply for. And then on the back end, we have a very powerful karmic card. We got the Wheel of Fortune. I link it more to fire energy, in my personal opinion, but it could be multiple elements. That's why I'm saying it's just karmic, it's universal. So we have an intriguing mixture of stuff happening here. Let's go through and start building this out piece by piece, though. Position number one, let's talk about this Seven of Wands, because this might be a pressure point within the reading this week when we clarify it. And we see this individual looks like they're standing up on a wall, fending people off, right? Like they have a stick in their hand, and it's like people are like poking and prodding. So there's some diciness to it, but let's get into the positivity of it first. I'm an optimist. The Seven of Wands is determined. It's an energy where it's like when I set my mind to something, I'm going to do it. I'm going to see it through. Nothing will stop me. Doesn't matter what pops up or what gets in the way, I'm going to keep pushing. So I love the determination. I love the grit. I love the fight. It's a very physical energy too. So for a lot of Libras, maybe Spirit wants you to like move your body around a little more. I don't know why that's coming through. But when we get to the challenge, there's a little bit of a list, right? Sometimes this could represent feeling trapped. This could represent feeling cornered. This could represent feeling like it's me against the world. If it is a problem, if it is situations, it seems to be consecutive ones where it's like, okay, I solve one thing and then another thing pops up. Just when I solve that, another thing pops up. So it's like a never ending thing. So we'll see. Again, I'm very skeptical about it. It could be great for the determination, but at the same time, this could be very frustrating and even annoying type of energy. So we'll see. I want to check and further to see if it is problematic. Now, moving to the center as we get this tucked back in by the amethyst, we have the Nine of Cups. Awesome, awesome vibe. And we see our friend there, Mr. John Travolta look-alike. He's just sitting there. He has 9 full cups. He is happy. I always say this represents wins, victories, blessings. This person has plenty, and he's offering you to come share. So when I see it, it's opening. It's like an open, welcoming type of energy, where it's like lighthearted and jovial. It's really nice for that. So it is one of the wish fulfillment cards. It could represent literal niceness, like how nice you are or how nice somebody else is. And that's where we get into some of the issues with the Nine of Cups, because this could be an energy that's a little too nice. So when I go from like this energy that's a little conflict driven, a little aggressive, and then we have the Nine of Cups, this energy could bowl over this one. This energy could like pressure this one a little too much. So watch out for that. Don't get bowled over, so to speak. The Nine of Cups could be too nice, literally, like I said. And it could also represent overindulgence. So if there's certain things you're trying to refrain from, habits or anything really, any pleasure of the flesh, the Nine of Cups represents it. And there might be a temptation to overdo it. Now, moving to the back end, we have a very good card, really beautiful. We got the Wheel of Fortune, my friends. I saw this in the Gemini reading as well. Beautiful. I always say this is my 4-leaf clover, the tarot deck, so luck might be on your side in one way or another. It's Jupiter energy, so to me it's lucky, it's expansive, it's protective, so it's really great for that. So again, maybe you want to play the lotto here, you might get lucky. With whatever situations you're dealing with, you might catch a lucky break or things just seem to go your way. It's good for that. But there's also a challenge here, just like with every card. Now, the wheel is karmic. It represents the cycles of life. So changes that we're going through, cycles that we're living through. Whether it is the energy you put back coming back to you, it's like an energetic boomerang. This could definitely be something karmic that we want to look into further. So again, whether it's a situation, a change, the universe balancing the scales, this card could represent it, and it's fast. That's the thing with the wheel. It's sudden, it's quick, it's fast, it's kind of unexpected. So we're just going to place it right there. I'm going to say it's good. There's a lot more positive energy here than negative, but I want to dive deeper on all of it, Libra. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for you, my friends. What do we got for Libra, please? What is happening for my good friends? It's in Spirit Team. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go. Let's go in on that Seven of Wands. Pardon me. Oh, and yeah, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Libra, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, let's get that Seven of Wands out. What is the Seven of Wands, please? Thank you. Huh. Yeah, the energy to me just feels very, very aggressive right here in the front. So we're going to need further clues as we move along. Now, I'm going to give you the positive and the challenging energy here, and hopefully you could lean into the positive aspect of this throughout the week. We have the Knight of Wands in the upright underneath the Seven of Wands. This is a very headstrong, aggressive type of energy. Now, for some of you, if you are insistent on something, if you are like, you know what, this is how it has to be, and this is what I'm going to do, and that's what it is, it's an energy that does what it needs to do to make something happen. This is a huge energy of action, but at the same time, there's just I don't want to say just aggressiveness, because these energies, when they combine together, they could be conflict to me. So it can potentially be anger. It could be someone that's mad. It could be someone that's upset. It could be someone that has thin skin. When you bring something up to them, they're offended very quickly. So watch out for any individuals like that in this time. Like Seven of Wands, Knight of Wands, it's an energy. They get offended very quickly, or they're like just very quick to conflict. That's how this feels to me. So if I were to turn this energy to my benefit, I would say for a lot of Libras, it would be a great time to get physical, get your physical energy out. And if there is something you were headstrong, decided on following through with, now is a great time to do it. But yeah, this Knight of Wands, if you're not connected to a fire sign, it could, again, be very aggressive or thin skinned or angry here, like offended potentially. We're going to keep moving. I don't think it sinks the whole reading, but it is there. Let's keep going. And big indicator of action, too. So let's just put that Knight right there by the Seven of Wands. Let's go in on the Nine of Cups. We'll see what that has for us, because maybe that energy is much softer. I really want to get over to the wheel as well. So why is the Nine of Cups here for Libra, please? Yeah, don't get pushed around. There's some energy there, like don't get intimidated, don't get pushed around. Cool. All right. I mean, maybe it's an energy that has this odd, like, duality to it, because I have the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Swords, and it's, I don't want to say it's like a love hate, but it's a situation where there's like some really, really great, amazing things about it, and then there's this other energy that's just very stressful. It's like everything is cranked up, everything is dialed up, like the good and the bad, which is super peculiar. Usually Libras are extremely balanced, or they try to take the balanced approach. I'm getting big extremes here when we see the Nine of Cups clarified by the Nine of Swords. Now, again, for some of you, if this is somebody else's energy, when I see the Nine of Cups with the Nine of Swords, it is someone that is definitely stressed, anxious, or nervous, but they're acting like they're fine. It's like, no, no, no. This is how they feel, but don't worry about it. I'm cool. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Everything's perfect. So it's odd how we have this energy here in the front end that's a little disgruntled. Um, and the extremes, that's the thing that is really peculiar to me. Like when we go from the Nine of Cups into this clarifier, you don't have to be a tarot expert to understand this card. You see the person, they're losing sleep, right? They're thinking. There's a lot of overthinking here. So make sure you're getting proper rest when I see this card. But there's just this really powerful extreme dynamic that I'm picking up, where there's amazing energy, beautiful, perfect energy, but then this comes in. And it's like, why does everything have to be so intense? Why can't we just hit a middle ground here? Let's keep moving over. I mean, this energy is presenting itself in a very peculiar way overall. Let's go in, and again, just don't get pressured. Like, no pressure here. Like, don't let anyone pressure you. Don't you pressure yourself. Because when I see all these energies surrounding the Nine of Cups, it's like, no, just do what makes you happy. Like, whatever it is. Don't let anyone pressure you. Let's keep moving. We're going to go in on that wheel. We'll see what the wheel has. Then we'll do a quick recap. So, just like I thought it would be, it seems very simple on the top, but it's getting much more complex as we get into the meat and potatoes. So, why is the wheel here, please? Thank you. Then the good energy comes in. This to me feels like a breakthrough moment. Okay, so whether it's an internal breakthrough, an aha moment, or eureka moment, something that may have been extremely difficult with all this stuff I'm seeing here in the front, difficult, confusing, up and down. Should I do this? Should I do that? When I get the Wheel of Fortune with the Ace of Cups, that is like an explosive breakthrough, or a sudden one, a quick one, a surprising one, which I think is really beautiful. Now, the Ace of Cups ties in strongly to emotions. It could be emotional expressions, it could be conversations, all that kind of stuff, or just how you feel. So when I see it in the upright underneath this Wheel of Fortune, it's like, all right, I'm turning over a new leaf. Now I understand it. Now I get it. So I love this energy, how we end off here on the back end, because it most definitely feels like a breakthrough aha moment. So again, whether it comes from your own internal breakthroughs that you might be having, or maybe it's coming from this person. Maybe like they turn over a new leaf potentially. There's like this energy that I like. I really like it on the back end. Emotional offers, all that good stuff. So, I mean, maybe that's partially what's needed, but the end result is the good result, however it goes, because there's the karmic energy where it's like the universe is going to do what the universe does. The universe will move this along one way or another. Don't feel pressure. Don't feel like you got to do this right now or right then. There's an energy that says, just go with the flow here, Libra. Everything will be okay. Let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow card. So a lot of stuff going on here this week. It's all good. If you kindly look in the box, position number one, we have a bit of an aggressive energy. We have the Seven of Wands with the Knight of Wands, now in the good sense. Maybe this is Spirit telling you to get physically active, move the body around, get some energy out, because you could have an uptick in your internal energy in this time. But a big thing I was picking up here is someone being either very aggressive, very pushy, my way or the highway type of energy, thin skinned, where it's like they feel attacked quickly and easily. So watch out. There could be someone that's in their feels. They could be a little angry or mad. Moving to the center, we have the Nine of Cups with the Nine of Swords. So either this is a very polarizing situation where there's like really great things about it and really rough things about it at the same time, which make it very confusing, or this is someone masking, right? Where they're feeling this, but they're acting like that. Moving to the back end, we do have the breakthrough moment. We have the Wheel of Fortune with the Ace of Cups, which is great. So whether it's like an internal eureka moment, to me, it's like an explosive breakthrough where all the pressure that builds up here in the front finally, boom, breaks through to realization and just understanding, which I think is really great. It's a very good result. And for a lot of you, don't put so much pressure on yourself because the universe is going to do what the universe does. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for Libra. What's happening for my good friends in the shadows, please? And yeah, I always like to pull one of these at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing too. So let's get you one. And if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel. I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this going here. What do we got for Libra, please? What do we got for our good friends? Thank you. Cool. Ten of Pentacles, nice. This is a good, solid, stable energy I'm seeing in the shadows, which, again, you could take the positive message of this shadow card or you could take the challenge. I guess it's whatever applies. Now, the positive card, I mean, this is the win, the victory, like we were seeing in half of the spread. So for a lot of you, something could turn out way better than you expect. Okay, so again, just go with the flow. Don't pressure yourself too much. This is great, especially for money, business, adventures, endeavors. I love it for that. But the challenge with the Ten of Pentacles, sometimes it could feel stuck. Sometimes it could be an energy that feels like it's treading water, where it's like I'm walking uphill with a boulder on my back. So watch out for any energy like that, especially if you're feeling burdened. Like the shadow side of this card, the Ten of Pentacles, is very much like the Ten of Wands to me. So just make sure you're pacing yourself and don't be so hard on yourself. That's very important. So we're going to leave it at that, my beautiful friends. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The October subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation and book a personal reading with me, you could check out my digital calendar on my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The October schedule is up there and it's filling up quick. So if you want to have a little chat, go over there and check it out. But for the October subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of the most stunning decks I've ever experienced, the Star Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments. Since last month, I asked everybody which zodiac sign they get along best with. This month, out of all the zodiac signs, which one do you clash with a little bit there? Drop it down in the comments. You'll be entered to win. And the winners will be announced in the community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.